Hey there, I'm Soumya. Welcome to this video, and in this video I'm going to share with you how and why I built this clone of Hashnode's home feed, which is getting its data from a database called HarperDB. So before we get into this video, do smash that subscribe button, that means a lot. And without further ado, let's get into this video. Well, first of all, let's be honest, this clone is of no use. No one's going to use it or anything like that. If anything, it has just honed my skills. So well, why did I build this? So before roughly a month ago, I guess, Hashnode organized a hackathon in association with HarperDB. So if you don't know what Hashnode is, it is the most beautiful blogging platform for developers you want to be in. So I'll be just giving my link in the description below. You can just go through that link, register if you don't have, be part of this community. It's awesome. So we're deviating from the topic. I use this platform like most of my days, so I come in and I see this banner that they are organizing a hackathon, and I was excited, like, okay, so I can learn a new technology, HarperDB, which is a database, new database platform, and I can also build something useful. So I started off thinking some idea to make things, but so after some 1 to 2 days, I guess, my college semester exam started, and I just completely forgot about this hackathon that it is currently going on, and just completely forgot about it. My bad. So like from now 7 days ago, I again logged into Hashnode and I see this banner which has a timer in it saying that you have 7 days left or something, and I was like oh my god, I really forgot that. So I remember thinking that either I could just leave it and skip it, maybe just attend another hackathon, I guess, because my perfectionist side would kick in and it would say me that, well, if you give 2 hours daily, you can build like a really great product, so why to give time, right? But the another side was telling me, well, you can just build something and ship it. I mean, you can be just part of this hackathon. That would be really cool. And I thought, what, let's just ditch this perfectionist side. So I remember thinking like, okay, what, I'm just gonna make anything that is possible, because why I'm saying 2 hours is that like I have other things that I was also involved in, so I could just give like 2 at max 3 hours, right? So like, and also I have to think of idea, like go through HarperDB, which is like totally new thing for me. And I thought, what to do, I don't know. So I had literally no idea, but I thought, what, let's just make something. And exactly at that point, I just remember tweeting before some days that, well, I'm going to make a Hashnode's clone. So if you're wondering like, well, why did I decide to make this clone at that time? Well, there were 2 to 3 things running in my head at that time, and they were like, I wanted to make really responsive sites, and it was like a weak point of mine before some months. And I loved Hashnode's UI as a product. I knew that if I could make this, I would be really confident on my skills of front end. So I wanted to make that, and I just tweeted randomly that I would make that. So as I didn't have any idea, I just thought, what, let's just start building this. And if anything, I just come out honing my flexbox skills, because I used plain flexbox in this, no other thing, no library, simple plain old CSS, and made it totally responsive. So you can just go check this out. Everything will be linked in the descriptions below. Well, the next question in my mind was like, if I am going to build this static clone, how do I just integrate a HarperDB, a database into it? So I thought, obviously I'm going to display some blogs in it, so I will have to make a dummy JSON file in my JavaScript code. So why do I do that? Instead, if I could store some data in my HarperDB database instance, and I could just get those data and show in my web app, that would be filling all the criteria, because I'm using HarperDB now. So I got started building the front end, and I gave like 2 hours almost every day for like 3.5 days, I guess, to build this thing. And like the client side was ready. Now I had to get to know HarperDB. So people have really written great blogs on HarperDB, how to use HarperDB around it, due to this Hashnode's hackathon, which is really great. So I thought either I could go through those blogs, because it used obviously Node and Express, which I was also using for my server. Else, what I can do to fasten the process is that I could just read their documentations and whatever they have on their site, right? And to my surprise, they had really great documentation. They had video tutorials, they had code snippets and whatnot, right? So I just played around with it by using Postman, sending requests and seeing how I am able to store data, retrieve data, and within an hour or so I was like up and running with it, and I was really comfortable with it. So next I just quickly spun up a Express server. I just wrote some code to post some data and used Postman to send all those JSON files into my database. And once I had it, I just had to write a get function with HarperDB's reference of their documentations, and I was getting them on my client side with just Axios get request, right? So if you want to see how the server and how the client side is, I'll be linking all the GitHub code in the description below. So that is how and why I built this whole thing, and it is currently deployed on Vercel, the client side, and the server is deployed on Heroku. And every link, the deployment links are in the description below. And as you can see, it is pretty much responsive. The tabs are just shrinking nicely and also disappearing when it comes to different size of screens, and that was really cool. And everything, every placement of the components and whatever is done with flexbox. So I mean, it just makes me more confident with CSS now, which was the goal when I started building the clone. So now let's talk about contributing. So if you want to contribute, make it even bigger, make it a full Hashnode clone, or add some minor animations, some functionalities, or add night mode or whatever, I'll be linking a separate repository from where it is getting into the production. So you can just go in there, fork it, play around with it, and if you want, you can just give a pull request, and if it's awesome, I will just merge it, and you can build this thing together slowly. And obviously the power of open source is insane. So yeah, that's it for the video, and I just wanted to share with you what I built, and obviously the contribution part, which is very necessary if you want to build this to any bigger, which you can obviously do. I'll be waiting for your pull requests if you want. And I have also written a blog post around it, which is very precise, brief and all, so you can also go read that on Hashnode. I'll be linking everything what I talk about, the GitHub code, the deployment, the live site, everything in the description below. You can just check them out. So do let me know in the comment section below, what do you think of this project? And I'm just gonna hurry up because the timer is ticking and I just have like some hours to submit. And obviously if you like this video, do hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, have a great day and stay safe.